welcome back. Let's close this. I don't want to listen to it. So, as many of you know, I put the ZL1 front splitter on this car because I wanted the look. I literally just wanted that look. I chose that splitter. I know the ZL1 got the splitter it got, A, because it looks good, B, because it gives more downforce than the 1LE or the ground effects kit that GM would sell you with the car. The only thing this car did not have when I bought it was the ground effects package. And I was a little upset about it because I love when it's painted gloss black how it finishes off the car. I've described it to everybody as being the frame around a painting. And until I get all that done, my painting, which is my car, is not complete. So I've got the back now, came with the car, comes with all the cars. I got the MPP upgrade, so it came gloss black. I got the front now, painted it gloss black, clear brought it, so it should be pretty good for stones and debris, which is good. And next is the rocker panels, and I'm hoping to do that in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And it depends. Again, I got to work with ACS Composites because they've got the ZL1 side splitters for this. And there's certain things about what they do that even I was unaware of. Like undercoating the product with bed liner, which is, Line X or the Rhino lining or whatever you want to call it. And they do that because it's catching stones and it's actually protecting your car. And the only real wear and tear I have on here is a little bit on the fronts of the wheel wells on the back and a little bit on the front of the car. Well, I'm coming up to another winter, and as much as I want the car to look cool, I would love to keep all the crap off the car. There's really none on the back. The tires spinning or throwing stuff up. I mean, I did donuts and gravel with my winter tires, which are really knobby and throwing a lot of crap. The back's good. I have no complaints or issues with that. Just the sides, and I would love to get that fixed. So that is a go. But what I didn't realize is the aerodynamic difference. Now, this is my first, proper sports car, muscle car, fun car. Ooh, those guys all just blew through that yellow. That's unbelievable. Crazy. So I guess because I've never modified a car and I've always wanted to add things like, front splitters, or I see them on the internet and I'm always like, oh my God, that looks so good. Like, I wish I had a car like that and I could do that. But I never realized that not only does it visually change your automobile, but it actually will affect the performance. So I did it with no intent for performance gain. I put this splitter on and I go out driving, and all of a sudden my vehicle drives different. All of a sudden, I'm a sports steering guy. I like a bit of weight to it. A lot of people don't like it. Matt Farah being one of them says, put it into her nice and easy and all that. He doesn't want too much artificial resistance and that. But I guess for me, because I work out and I like a nice tight feel to everything, no pun intended, I keep it in sport mode. But I was out cruising around doing 60, 65 miles an hour, and it was so tight. I was like, I'm just not used to this. And to put 15,000 kilometers or 9,200 miles on a car, and from one night to the next, the car all of a sudden drives different. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I've got to be imagining it. It wouldn't be that much different. Most cars I see all come with spoilers. Front wheel drive, doesn't matter. They put a spoiler on it because spoilers and rim sizes sell cars. They want to make the purchaser feel like they are getting something special. So they put a sport badge on it and they slap a spoiler on it, which does absolutely nothing, but it makes you feel better. Now, this car came with the spoiler. Oh, that scooter, I just could not imagine. So, the spoiler on the back of this car, I don't actually know how much it does and provides. I would imagine a bit. There's a fair bit of surface area to it. It is angled, up a bit and does some different things. But what it actually does, I don't know. GM has never published or, boasted about, it gives 40 pounds of downforce or 400 pounds of downforce or whatever. But they have done different things with the Z28 from, 2014, 2015. The front wing on it looked more like a coffee table. And then the ZL1 come out and it got the same ball-in coffee table on the front, but it wasn't so flat and just blah. It was a little more angle and edgy. I thought they did that just because it looked cool, and I'm pretty sure they did. But the same effect applies as everything else. And I guess for me, having never done this, I got way more out of it than I had anticipated, and I just understand it more. A lot of people think the ACS composites can be quite expensive, and they are not cheap. But when you see how much downforce these things get put on them and what they actually go through, I mean, it makes more sense to me now than it did before. So my downforce cherry, I guess, has been popped, and I have experienced what it is like to not just cosmetically but actually do performance improvements. This car has the perfect suspension setup. It has a perfect ride height for me. I don't scrape, I don't bottom out, I have no issues. Everything about it is so good that I'm just trying to tweak the visuals to where I want them to be. Maybe keep a few extra rocks off the car, because that's always a good thing, and drive it. And I'm getting pretty close to where I want to be visually. And then who knows, maybe I'll get into some cold air intakes and do all that. Now, to me, that stuff is expensive. I'm a fan of Lethal Camaro. I watched every one of his dyno days with the different cold air intakes. I would put a Rotofab cold air intake on this car in a heartbeat. But they're like $700 Canadian. It's just, that is a tough pill to swallow. $700 for something you only see when you pop the hood. I know at some point I will bite the bullet, but that's not going to be today. I'm going to get side skirts on this car and the stripes done and a few other cool things just to clean the look up. That's it. I'm just super excited to finally start checking off some of these big ticket items I really dreamed about. I waited 9 months. I was like, I seen the ZL1 announced, and then I bought my car, and when I bought it, I was like, somebody's gonna do it, and that somebody is going to get my money. And here we are. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you like the splitter? Do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think I'm delusional? It doesn't provide downforce, and I'm just hallucinating, or again, being delusional. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Until next time, take care.
It's